Hey everybody, welcome back to my QuickBooks tutorials. My name is Zach Pasquarello. I am a bookkeeper and I am a certified QuickBooks Online Pro Advisor. I'm not affiliated with QuickBooks in any way. I actually own my own bookkeeping business, Harrisburg Bookkeeping, located in South Central Pennsylvania. We have clients all over the country, Texas, California, Florida, and we also serve a majority of our clients here locally in the Harrisburg, South Central Pennsylvania region. So like I said, I'm not affiliated with QuickBooks in any way, but QuickBooks does offer training and certification programs online for anyone who wants to become an accountant or a bookkeeper or a certified online pro advisor. So with that being said, today I wanted to talk about how to set up your QuickBooks online account. I wanted to go over some of the various subscription services, what they include, how much they cost, some tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. So I hope this is helpful. Right off the bat, just go to google.com, whatever your search engine is. Just type in QuickBooks, and it should be one of the first things that pop up. So quickbooks.intuit.com. Pretty straightforward website, pretty user-friendly, easy to navigate. At the top here, you'll see products, plans and pricing, why QuickBooks, support, talk to a sales representative, and sign in. So once you already have your QuickBooks account, you can just come here and you'll be able to sign in directly from the website. You have three main categories of options. You have QuickBooks Desktop, you have QuickBooks Online, and you have what's called QuickBooks Self-Employed. So I'll talk about the first two, Desktop and Self-Employed. I work exclusively with QuickBooks Online. 95% of the clients and the business owners who I talk to are able to run with QuickBooks Online. I don't think QuickBooks Desktop is necessary for the majority of businesses. I would recommend staying away from it if you can. If you think you might need QuickBooks Desktop, then I would definitely reach out to an accountant or a bookkeeping professional and get their opinion first, because it can be kind of a lengthy process trying to switch from desktop to online to desktop. It's not easy. Sometimes it's not even possible, depending on the level of subscription you have. So I recommend staying away from desktop if you can. It's more expensive. It's less intuitive. It's a little more complicated, a little more difficult to use. So I recommend using QuickBooks Online. It's pretty powerful software. You can probably do most of what you need to do with QuickBooks Online, unless you have some massive corporation, which in that situation, you probably have an entire accounting department taking care of this for you. So that's QuickBooks Desktop is the most expensive option. Recommend sticking with QuickBooks Online. So QuickBooks has this service, QuickBooks Self-Employed, and I have no idea why they try to market it and sell it. I think it's $7.50 a month. Maybe it's $10, $15 a month, but it's their cheapest service, and they try to advertise it to freelancers and sole proprietorships and people just starting. So it's important to know that QuickBooks Self-Employed, you see here, it's its own separate category. QuickBooks Self-Employed is not compatible with QuickBooks Online. You will not be able to transfer your accounts from self-employed to online if you ever wanted to grow and expand your business and have more powerful accounting software. So if you do a whole year or a whole 6 months of accounting and bookkeeping with QuickBooks Self-Employed, and then you realize, oh shoot, I need QuickBooks Online, I want to upgrade, you will not be able to directly transfer and upgrade easily to QuickBooks Online. So I highly recommend, please do yourself a favor, stay away from QuickBooks Self-Employed. It might be enticing at first because it's only $7.50 a month, and you think, wow, this is awesome, it's super cheap, I can afford this, I'm just starting, I don't need to spend a bunch of money on accounting software. I highly recommend just staying away from QuickBooks Self-Employed. So that brings us to QuickBooks Online. Most popular accounting software in the country, QuickBooks Online. So you have 4 different options. You see here, freelancer, self-employed, $7.50 a month. Be careful, they will advertise 50% off, but it's only for the first 3 months. And then after the first 3 months, they charge you full price for the life of the subscription. So $25 a month for Simple Start, $70, $150, and $15 for self-employed. Like I said, please stay away from self-employed. Focus on these 3 options right here. And then something interesting, I don't know why they don't advertise this subscription level, but there is something in between Simple Start and Plus. So if you go here, quickbooks.intuit.com/online/essentials. For some reason, this is a subscription level they don't advertise as much as the other 3, but it's a good in between from Simple Start and Plus. It's $40 a month after the 50% off promotional period. So just interesting they don't advertise that. I'm not sure why, but we'll go back to the pricing screen and I'll walk you through all 4 of these subscription levels. So Simple Start is the cheapest, so $12.50 a month for the first 3 months, and then after that it goes to $25 a month. I would recommend starting from day one. As soon as you get your business checking account, as soon as you get your business credit card account, as soon as you start spending money, I would recommend getting QuickBooks Simple Start from day one. That way you can upload your bank feed. You can start tracking very, very easily all of your journal entries. You can start tracking your profit and loss, your general ledger, your chart of accounts through QuickBooks. It's just easy to start from day one. That way, 6 months down the road, you're not trying to backtrack and do all this catch-up bookkeeping. So the Simple Start, you will be able to do all of your basic functions. The big issue though with Simple Start is you can only really run very basic general reports. So you can generate a balance sheet, you can generate a general ledger, a profit and loss statement, but that's about all you're going to get. So if you wanted to look at your AP aging, your accounts payable aging, your accounts receivable aging, if you wanted to look at more detailed reports for your company, for your accounting, you won't be able to do that with Simple Start. So that's one of the biggest downsides. And also you won't be able to track inventory or track projects, and you won't be able to pay multiple bills at one time. So if you do have accounts payable, if you do want to track your inventory, track your projects, then you probably won't be able to start with Simple Start. But if you just have a very basic business starting out, I recommend going with Simple Start. So if Simple Start's not what you want, we can go to Essentials, and that is $40 a month or $20 a month for the first 3 months. And this will enable you to run some more detailed reports. So you'll be able, it says right here, utilize detailed reporting. You'll be able to look at your accounts payable aging, accounts receivable aging. And what I mean by that is you'll be able to export an Excel or a PDF document, and it'll tell you all of your bills that are outstanding, all of your invoices that are open or overdue. That way you can manage who you're paying and who your customers are. Here's a list. You can have up to 3 users on your QuickBooks Essentials account. So if you have multiple business owners, that'll be nice. You can have 3 different logins. You can manage your 1099 contractors. You can track your miles. You can capture and organize receipts. So if you want to take pictures of your receipts, you can do that with QuickBooks Essentials. You can pay multiple bills, multiple vendors at once with QuickBooks Essentials. I already talked about the detailed reports. You can automatically sort business expenses into the right tax categories. So it makes organizing your chart of accounts and your general ledger pretty easy. You don't really need any accounting knowledge outside of understanding simple tax laws and how to categorize your business expenses. And if you do have any questions with that, I recommend you can check out the IRS website. They have a very detailed list explaining all of ordinary necessary business expenses, or talk to your local accounting or tax professional. So that's QuickBooks Essentials. And another thing I will add is that if you get your QuickBooks subscription through a certified online pro advisor, someone like me or another accounting or bookkeeping professional who is certified through QuickBooks, you can actually get a 50% discount for the life of the subscription. So about half of my clients right now have their subscription directly through me. And so they're actually able to get Essentials for $20 a month instead of $40 a month forever, beyond the 3 months. So if you don't have QuickBooks yet, I recommend reaching out to myself or somebody else who has access to the QuickBooks Online accountant, and they'll be able to hook you up with a 50% discount for the life of the subscription. So that's pretty cool. And I don't gain at all through that. That's just QuickBooks' way of incentivizing us as accountants to utilize their products. So we can offer you guys a 50% discount. So that's Essentials. That's probably as far as you need to go if you're just starting out. The big bonus to QuickBooks Plus would be the ability to track inventory. You can have up to 5 users. You can manage and pay your bills, and you will have a little bit more detailed and comprehensive reports. You can send estimates with Simple Start. You can track sales and sales tax, track miles, invoice and accept payments, track income and expenses. Obviously, that's the main purpose of QuickBooks. But really right here, if you need to track inventory or if you need to track project profitability, then you will probably want to go with QuickBooks Plus. And that's $70 a month or $35 a month for the first 3 months if you get that 50% promotional bonus. I rarely see QuickBooks Advanced. If Plus isn't doing it for you, if you need 25 users, if you need all of these extra perks and functionalities, then I would recommend definitely consulting with an accountant, tax professional, bookkeeping professional about your options for QuickBooks, because QuickBooks Advanced is pretty robust software. So if you need that, your business is probably further along than most new business and new small business owners. So I have a little bit extra time here. I'm actually going to go ahead and start with QuickBooks Simple Start just to show you guys how easy it is to get set up. So another option here is you can either buy now for 50% off for 3 months, or if you don't want to do that, you can get a free trial for 30 days. And then after the 30 days, it'll be full price. So you have 2 options. If you just want to give it a try, you can try it for free. QuickBooks has payroll that you can add on. So if you have W-2 employees and you need to run payroll, you can also do that directly through QuickBooks. But we're going to continue without payroll. We're going to assume it's just you. Email address. So you do need a separate, so if you already have an Intuit account, you'll be able to use, if you use TurboTax, you'll be able to use that Intuit account. If you have another QuickBooks account, you'll need to use a separate email address. And of course, they will send you the 6-digit code to your cell phone, so make sure that you use a legitimate cell phone. Okay, so it's going to ask you if you want to skip the free trial and save today. You can buy now and save 50% for your first 3 months. Cancel anytime. We're just going to go ahead and continue with the free trial. So once you get your Intuit account set up with your email address, it'll take you to a setup screen. So pretty cool. They don't actually make you type in your credit card information, which is nice. Most free trials will make you enter in some sort of debit card or credit card. So welcome. We're glad you're here. Yes, thank you, QuickBooks. I'm happy to be here. So they're about to run you through 4 or 5 questions. And these questions will not make or break you. They are just to help QuickBooks understand Harrisburg Bookkeeping, LLC. If you're moving from desktop and you want help, they give you an option right there. So just type in your business name. So this is not extremely important. They might help you set up your chart of accounts, but if you want to say what industry you're in, you can, or if you just want the default QuickBooks account, you can just skip that. So what kind of business are you in? So if you're an LLC, for tax purposes, you are either a sole proprietorship, a partnership, or a corporation if you are a for-profit. So if you're a single member LLC, more than likely you are probably just a sole proprietorship. If there are multiple people and you're still an LLC, that's a partnership. And if you have incorporated, then you will absolutely know that because you have to go through a bunch of paperwork. So you're either an S Corp or a C Corp. More than likely though, you are probably just a single member LLC or a sole proprietorship. This doesn't matter. It just helps QuickBooks get an understanding of how to set up your QuickBooks. They might give you some more recommendations and suggestions and tips and tricks on what you choose here, but it doesn't matter. You can, if you provide services, sell products, something else, whatever you say there, not a big deal. So more than likely, you're probably an owner if you are just starting out, but if you are an accountant or a bookkeeper for the company, then you might either be an employee or a bookkeeper. We'll say owner. So if you say that you would like some help, then QuickBooks will probably call you and try to sell you their online bookkeeping services. I'll be honest, I've heard mixed reviews. I'll let you determine whether or not you want that service, but I don't know how much they charge. I don't know how good of a job they do, but it is pretty automated, and you might be talking to artificial intelligence. You might be talking to a real person in our country, in a different country. I don't know how they have their customer service set up, but I would always recommend trying to find someone local. I prefer to support local small businesses. So if you have a local accountant or a local bookkeeper, I would recommend asking for their help if you do want some help. So for the sake of this, I'll just say I do it all myself. Who else works with you? If you have employees, contractors, you can say that now, but for this, I'll just say it's just me. What do you want to do today? You can set up your QuickBooks right away. You can explore QuickBooks. I'm just going to skip that. Like I said, none of this really matters a whole lot. So they're going to give you an option right off the bat to connect your bank feed. If you have any questions about connecting your bank feed, I made a video about that earlier. Check it out. It's pretty helpful. It's pretty easy to set up a bank feed. I highly recommend doing that. We'll skip that just so we can get to the main. So you're probably going to eventually want to set all of this up. But if you're just starting out, don't get overwhelmed with all this. You can honestly just skip it. And then you can kind of learn as you go. You can figure it out as you go. So once you've completed the setup process, really don't get too hung up on all of that. You can upload your logo if you want. If you have a logo for your company, this logo can show up on your receipts, your invoices, any sort of reports you run. You can have your logo be on those documents, which is kind of cool. So this is the dashboard. Me personally, I mean, I've been working with QuickBooks for a long time, so I don't do anything with this dashboard. If you want, you can maybe click on some things. It'll kind of help you understand the workflow and the processes for bookkeeping and accounting. The business overview here. Once again, honestly, I don't do anything with this screen here. I typically pull all my information from the reports, but if you want to treat it kind of like your social media news feed here, you can kind of get a rundown of what's going on in your business from this business overview. But like I said, I generally leverage the reports more so than this business overview here. So the gear icon up here will be your friend. If you want to look at your account and settings, manage users, your chart of accounts. If you need to import data, that's a good option right there. Those are probably your 3 or 4 biggest things that you'll want to look at right in the beginning. Your accounts and settings here. You can update your EIN, your company email. You can add your website if you want. You can add your address. You might want to add your address, that way if you send out any invoices, your address will be on there. Billing and subscription if you wanted to upgrade. So like I said before, the cool part about getting Simple Start is you can always upgrade. I don't think you can downgrade. So once you've upgraded to a more expensive subscription, it's a lot more difficult. I don't even know if it's possible to downgrade. So recommend starting with Simple Start, and then if you want to upgrade, it's really, really easy. You can just go in here and you can upgrade it. So like I talked about before, your users, Simple Start only has 1 user. I think Essentials has 3 to 5 users, and then it goes up from there. So you can see here how many users you have. Chart of accounts, you have 250 chart of accounts available. If you don't know what your chart of accounts are, I have another video explaining chart of accounts and how to reconcile your accounts. Highly recommend checking out that video. You can customize all of these options. It's pretty detailed here. If you want to look into all this, I'm not going to go into detail with that, but if you want to look at your sales, your expenses, your payments, and then all of your advanced options here. I'm not going to go into detail with that. You probably won't need a whole lot of that information. So just a real quick rundown of all these options here. So you've got transactions on the left. That's where you'll find your bank feed. This is all your sales. So your invoices, your estimates, your sales receipts, all of your customers, they'll all be here. Anything that involves someone else paying your business will be here. Your cash flow, you'll be able to click this to get an overview. Just a good way. I don't use this screen a whole lot, but it's a good way just to see an overview of how much money you have coming into your bank accounts and how much money you're spending. I use this screen all the time, expenses. And then you'll be able to see a list of all your vendors. So if you are having an issue paying a vendor, or if you wanted to see how many bills do I owe to John Smith Incorporated down the street, you'll be able to come here, just look up John Smith Incorporated, go to his business, and you can see all of your transactions associated with that business. Like I said, if you wanted to run payroll, you can with QuickBooks. They make it pretty easy. It's fairly cheap. They walk you through all the steps. Reports, I'm going to make a separate video later on all these reports, but like I said, with QuickBooks Simple Start, you have a limited amount of reports that you can run. So you can still run a lot of reports, but you won't be able to run all of the detailed reports that you can with QuickBooks Essentials. So you see here, you still have the profit and loss, you still have the balance sheet, you still have a lot of the good reports that you need, but you won't be able to run all of the reports that you can. taxes here. If you have sales tax, you can set it up automatically into your QuickBooks. So anytime you charge a customer, click a button, it'll charge sales tax, add it on to the receipt. If you have a company car, you can track your mileage. I recommend keeping a somewhat accurate mileage log for traveling to and from your business, your clients, whatever you're doing for that. And then, like I said, I made a pretty detailed video of chart of accounts, how to reconcile your accounts. I recommend checking that out if you want to get a better understanding of how to set up your chart of accounts and how to reconcile your accounts. And then if you wanted to invite me or another bookkeeper, another accountant, this is how you would do it. You just type in the accountant's name. So my QuickBooks email address is zach.pasq@gmail.com. So I just hit the invite, and then I would get an email inviting me to your QuickBooks account. And then I have full access. I can look at your QuickBooks account. This is typically what I ask all of my potential clients to do so that I can take a look at what you have going on and I can give you a proper estimate on how much I think it might cost for my bookkeeping services. I typically charge a flat rate. It usually starts at about $200 a month, and I do full service bookkeeping, accounts payable, accounts receivable, bank feeds, account reconciliation, tracking your invoices, paying your bills, reporting all of your expenses and categorizing your income, generating monthly profit and loss, generating your annual profit and loss. And then I just help streamline the whole tax filing process. I partner with the CPA. He's great. He helps out all of my clients when it comes to filing your taxes. You can connect some third-party applications. I won't go into this too much right now, but if you use something like Square or Stripe or PayPal, or if you track your inventory, you can use third-party applications and connect them to your QuickBooks. And then lastly, I already talked about this live bookkeeping. I'll let you experience that on your own if you want to take a look at QuickBooks Live Bookkeeping. I don't have any experience with them. I've heard various reviews. I'll just leave it at that. So that's the video, guys. I hope that was helpful. I hope that gave a good detailed rundown of QuickBooks, the different subscriptions, how to set up your QuickBooks account. If you have any questions, leave a comment, give me a call, send me an email. In the description below, I will post my website. I'll post my Facebook page. I'm pretty active on my Facebook page. I'm usually posting daily tips and advice when it comes to bookkeeping and taxes and the IRS. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. My name is Zach Pasquarello. I own Harrisburg Bookkeeping, located in South Central Pennsylvania. Thanks again, guys, for checking out my QuickBooks tutorial, and I will talk to you all later. Have a great day.